the show where we answer the questions you sent us on Twitter using the hashtag TableTalk or on Reddit/r/SourceFed. I'm Sam.
I'm Philip Defranco.
And I'm Steve Zaragoza. Are we hitting some sort of milestone with Table Talk yet?
It's the 8,000th episode!
Yay!
Let's get out the vuvuzelas and shoot corn in our faces.
You know what? That ruined the entire World Cup.
Because of
It was like,
I know.
and he's moving.
Yeah, it's the worst.
You're just like,
Every American didn't know what that was, and everyone owned 4 of them.
Oh yeah, I remember at one point I was walking through a mall and there were people blowing vuvuzelas.
I think they were like,
this is
how
not
can we
good.
make money off of 10 cents of plastic? And they just made money.
They must have been
Printed
like,
money.
here's how we do it. We give everyone at the World Cup one for free, then everyone in the world is gonna want one.
I
And
mean,
then
I wanted
And
one.
we'll work with the vuvuzela company to sell
I wonder
them.
if even those were free. I wonder. I think people were just like, I will pay to be annoying. I will out-annoy the other
It'd
team's
be
fans.
annoying.
Other
My
clubs'
mouth
fans.
doesn't make a weird enough sound. I want an instrument that does it as well.
How can I be
Exactly.
twice as loud for half the energy it takes for me to scream? Yeah, there
Yeah,
you go.
but
It's a
with
need people
just my
need.
lungs, yeah. So I don't know. Is there a tabletop? There has to be. Like I hate that I'm bringing this up with no answer.
Ooh, you know what?
like-
I'm a big fan of this new feel. It feels like a popcorn bucket.
Someone sent it to us.
This
They
is
made
awesome.
it. Their
Not
name.
to bash the ceramic one. Did you guys break the ceramic
Ooh,
one? Is
no,
that why
this
we
is
have this?
really
It's over there
cool.
somewhere.
Okay.
What is this though?
It's a
Swastika. The updated.
Oh, that's the new swastika.
This
Oh.
must
okay.
like. Is this just a fun design, or
Yeah.
is this like someone's
I want it to be like internet slang that we don't understand.
right?
It's a highlight.
It almost looks like a fleur-de-lis, but like different, like some sort of French symbol.
Oh, Illuminati stuff.
It also
Oh,
kind of
okay.
looks like a puzzle piece from a point-and-click adventure game I would play.
Oh, this is cool.
It is really cool.
Good on you.
I gotta be honest. As much as I like the other bowl for what it was, what I didn't like about it is that it amplified our voices and made this.
When we stopped
sound,
talking, it would ring out.
It would ring our voices, and it was so awful.
I don't recall.
It was
wow.
unbearable.
Way to just shit on it.
I mean, I loved it, but it was just I couldn't. As an audio person, it was just too much for
Oh,
me.
okay.
It was unbearable.
Great design though. If there was a way to mute it somehow, it would be perfect.
All right, from Reddit, Lost in Motion writes, if you could perfect and release your own kind of alcohol, what would it be? For example, Nicki Minaj released her own infused Moscato. What kind of alcohol you want to make?
It's
I would like breakfast.
Breakfast alcohol?
Yeah, I'd like it's like a, you know, like those layered shots you see on Tumblr, but no one, or Pinterest, that no one can ever actually make in real life. It's just like red, green, yellow.
How do
It'd
they
be
do
like,
that?
I don't know. It's like the weighted liquids, but you'd have like bacon, pancakes,
Wait.
and hash browns.
This isn't alcohol.
It's an alcohol, yeah.
It is an alcohol?
Yeah, this is alcohol.
I don't get
This
the-
is what I want. I want the flavors
So
in there.
explain it. Oh, I see. This is the flavors.
Yeah. So once you
Not the actual eggs, bacon, and pancakes layered in a glass.
no, it's just a flavor for a syrup.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get bacon, pancakes, and the third one, I don't want egg and I don't want potatoes in there.
What about hash brown? That's potatoes.
Yeah, yeah, that's
What about
potatoes.
sausage?
You, that's a
Because
meat.
you've never done the like. Tell me you guys have never done this, Phil. Tell me you've never done this. You have your plate with your pancakes, and you've also got your eggs and bacon,
Yeah.
and you've got a nice layer of syrup, and you've got your syrup on your bacon, crunch, syrup on your sausage, squish. And so, like, it's okay to, like, have you ever dipped your sausage in the syrup? And
Yeah,
you're
of course. That's
hell
really
yeah.
good.
I feel like
So
everyone-
why not make it bacon, pancakes,
A little syrup.
sausage?
Sausage.
Well, the pancakes would include the syrup.
This sounds like that terrible idea when what is that company where they come out with the like viewer potato chips?
Oh yeah,
People
yeah,
are like, I
yeah.
want like truck bed plus regret. Like, God, nailed it.
Wait, the flavor is
No,
truck
get it.
bed.
It'll be like no, but it'll be like
Something
pancakes.
real bad.
It'll
Yeah,
be like
yeah, yeah.
pancakes
Yeah.
and butter or something like that.
They did recently have a new batch of them, and one of them was like, what was it, like
Baked potato and chives.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Another one was like truffles or something.
Oh.
I just had the kettle chips that are bacon and maple. That was pretty good.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
a go-to.
Yeah, I liked it.
I would if I'm just one kind of if I came out with my own alcohol, it would be like a spicy tequila. I love
Yeah,
the
you
past
like
few
that.
months I love tequila. Like give me like a spicy margarita or just tequila at this point. I'm a fan.
I've seen you. I've been with you a couple of times when you've ordered such a drink with jalapenos in it
Ooh, yeah.
and stuff. I'm like, this
I
is
like when my
bad
mouth
news.
has like a nice burn, but it's not that medicinal burn that you know is gonna come out your butt. Like it's just, it's a mouth. It's an upper body experience, not a lower body.
It's gonna come out of your pores instead.
yes,
spicy.
eventually.
My sweat is spicy. I don't know. I'm not an alcohol person. So I'm not an alcoholic. So I don't really know what it would be. Sam's is a great idea. I don't know if I could
A
ever.
breakfast shot?
You'd be
Yeah.
you could be a non-alcoholic. You could be the new.
Like an O'Doul.
Thank you.
There you
I was
go.
gonna say
So-
De Beers.
Yeah.
Mine would be called De Beards,
De Beards.
and it would be like a booze for the bearded gentleman.
That's most.
That's not.
That's
That's
most
not a bad
booze,
idea
yeah.
already.
But it's like this is the official drink of bearded men.
Why?
It's got to be like maybe the glass is like plaid, like a lumberjack. It's like glass that's like it looks plaid, or maybe it's like in the shape of an axe,
Okay, that's cool.
right? And then it's just like super manly booze. It's like very high alcohol percentage.
When you say booze, is this liquor or is this beer?
Oh, so now
Yeah.
it is a real drink.
I think it's a real drink. I think it's. I'm going with beer. Let's go with
What about
a
you
beer.
infuse it with THC?
We'll infuse it with THC and cedar chips.
Love it.
We'll have some
For an
have a little
oaky-
oaky.
So you can either drink it or like when you say cedar chips, do you mean like a lawn?
Yeah.
Like
wood chips.
or
like
wood chips, yeah,
shavings,
wood chip,
when
like the
you-
stuff your hamster hangs out on.
Dig it.
And it also smells. It smells like Home Depot. When you take a
I
sniff
like
of
the
it.
smell of Home
Me
Depot.
too. It smells like Dad's.
It smells like a 4-hour trip to the store that you don't want to do. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank
Home
you.
Depot is like Target is like Walmart, where like you go in and you leave with hundreds of dollars worth of things because you can't help yourself.
No, Home Depot for me is I just walk around really confused.
Yeah,
and I just like
it's
stare.
never-
And then if someone asks to help, I'm like, oh no, I got it.
Right? Well,
Yeah, you
you're
always
also-
lie.
I am afraid to talk to the people at Home Depot because I'm clearly not a man in most of the definition of a man of what
Well,
it should
do you
be.
go in
What?
this?
I don't go in my Star Wars. I try to dress manlier. I put on a wife beater when I go to Home Depot.
I mean, you got the beard. It's okay
Yeah.
to go in plaid.
I reach my
You'll be like,
hand
"Oh,
under
you
the tire
lumberjack."
well of my car and I smear it all over my face.
It's like you're going into combat.
Yeah,
I
and I also
respect
fill
that.
my pockets with screws, so
So
it
you
sounds
jingle
like
down
yeah.
down the hall.
Jingle? What does that
Yeah,
have to do?
it makes me sound like I'm more of a man.
Like
But I'm
you
afraid
just
to
got done
ask-
working.
Yeah. I'm just afraid to ask the guys there things because I am instantly like they know I'm not a man. They know that like because they take a look at my hands and there are barely any calluses
Let's
anywhere
feel
on
this.
these hands. They're
Ooh.
kind of rough, but they don't.
Yeah, you go.
I have some calluses.
My
Just
hands-
so as we all touch our hands, just remember, we all jerk off with these, most
Yeah.
likely.
This
And
one.
maybe
Unless you go
within the
foot.
past 2
You
hours.
seem like you'd be a foot guy.
My own feet going onto
Yeah.
You're a foot job boy.
Oh yeah. You gotta
Give
always
yourself
switch it
your
up.
own foot jobs.
What does that sentence even mean? You seem like a kind of guy that gives himself foot jobs. What does that even mean?
I hope the guy says that in an interview. He's like, you strike me as a guy who's into
Who's
foot
into
jobs,
your
right?
own foot
jobs.
yeah, no one else.
This
I
one,
want at some, sorry to interrupt, but I want at some point for you to point the camera at Chris, who has somehow found a way to sit in 2 different
Oh,
chairs.
wait. He's like, man, can you make me move the fucking
yeah,
camera?
just everyone
Brett
look at how
sighed
Chris
so much.
found 2 chairs to sit in at the same time, in both the wrong way to sit in chairs. So not only is he sitting in 2 chairs, he's sitting in them both wrong.
It's next level, man.
It is some next level shit. I'm proud of you, Chris.
2 wrongs do make a right. That's
right.
what college taught me. Let's see. Sauce their bras. That's wrong. I misread that.
that
if you're
Harley?
fit, yes, it's the sauce boss.
It's the sauce boss.
If your favorite deli made a sandwich in your honor, what would be on it? Wow, you got excited. What would be on it and what would it be called? Mine would be called the Claws and would be a chicken cutlet, provolone cheese, bacon, lettuce, chipotle mayo.
A chicken
That sounds
cutlet?
good. Why is it? Why just a cutlet?
So it's essentially a BLT without the T, add chicken. Makes
Oh.
sense. Makes
I like
sense.
that.
Mine either is gonna be like a spicy Italian. Love that. I love, you know what, because I talked about, Firehouse subs being the best subs around. I've recently had Witch Witch, amazing. Both
Oh, Witch
amazing.
Witch is great, yeah.
great. And
Do you compare? Could you compare them? Firehouse and Which?
They're both good in different ways, which is weird because it's the same. It's pretty much the same
Are they the
sandwich.
same?
It's a sandwich.
Firehouse Subs has a better sauce that they use, but then just I don't know. Maybe it's because I eat it faster and I don't have to drive 60 minutes to get there. I'm a fan of Which.
Have you had the Earl of Sandwich?
No.
Okay, that's what I was just thinking. Earl Sandwich. They usually have them around Disneyland, and they started.
There's
They
one
they
in
tried to
downtown.
branch out. Yeah, they don't really. The franchise didn't really work out. But if you go to downtown Disney, they have one there. They have a Thanksgiving Day sandwich, and
So-
I would like that to be my.
So
sandwich.
does Which though,
They do?
by the way. I think it's seasonal though. Is
Yeah, it
Earls
is.
of Sandwich seasonal as well? There's one in Las Vegas too, an Earl of Sandwich. And everyone would always talk about how like, oh, you gotta get the Earl of Sandwich, the best fucking sandwich ever. And I was not that impressed by it. I don't know.
Aw.
You know what, man? I still think my favorite sandwich ever doesn't come from like a specialty sandwich place. It comes from like Cantor's.
What is
When you get
Cantor's?
yourself like a fucking piled high pastrami sandwich. Or a Reuben or something.
What is Cantor?
Cantor's is like a Jewish deli that is in the Hollywood area. I don't know if it's
I think
outside
there's a
of.
few of them, right?
Yeah, there's a few of
Yeah.
them, but I don't know if they're outside California or Los
I
Angeles.
don't know. I always see my hipster buddies tweeting about matzo ball soup or something from there.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Jerry's, basically any
See, I know
Jewish
Jerry's.
deli.
Jerry's is somewhat close to me,
Yeah.
like in the general area.
Yeah. And Jerry's and Cantor's are similar. You get the pastrami sandwich there, you're gonna get a similar sandwich. But that's like a fucking. You can't go wrong with a Jewish deli pastrami sandwich.
I've never had pastrami.
Alright.
What?
I've never had pastrami.
You've never had pastrami?
No, I've never had any of those weird deli meats.
Are you just not a deli meat guy?
No.
All right.
I can't do that. But my sandwich would have like a really hefty layer of mashed potatoes on it, a little bit of cranberry sauce, a little bit of turkey gravy, and a little stuffing, and then a nice like baked bun around it. That'd
Yeah.
be my sandwich.
What would it be called though? Because mine would be Defranco's Big Italian Beef.
Ooh.
You know, just so you feel a little weird while
Is
you eat
there
it.
any innuendo
Order
in
it.
there at all, or is it just all
Just,
about the sandwich?
it's literally just to make people feel uncomfortable, or like own it and be happy.
And there should
What
be
would-
a standee of you with the sandwich going like, "Eat my beef," and you look all provocative and you're oiled up and gross.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you know,
Sam's warm mouth feels.
gross.
And like,
Sam's warm.
because the sandwich would be so warm. And it's like, I don't want to say a hug, but it's like, it's going to feel really warm when you put it in your mouth. So Sam's warm mouth
So
feels.
it's served warm.
It's served really warm. Not hot,
Not
just
hot.
really warm, like someone's been holding it for a
I
long
don't
time.
know how I feel about that.
See,
I don't
that's-
want my
It's not
sandwich
for
to be
you, it's
warm.
for
I
people who
want-
want a warm
see,
sandwich.
I'm down for the warm sandwich because the best thing about the Italian tastes great warm. Put it in the fridge. It's fine.
But don't you want it hot?
Depends.
No, it's warm.
Depends. I don't know, especially when you reheat it, because then it's got that weird, like, oh, thank you. I was like, wait, am I gonna get blocked by the bowl?
Whoop.
Damn.
Close.
Had a weird curve. It was a curveball.
I've talked about this before, but I don't know why KFC has never done this. Because, like, their biscuits are amazing,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Love KFC biscuits. I would go to KFC just to have their biscuits. Skip the chitin. But I don't know why they've never done a sandwich using their biscuits
You're right.
as the, like, bread.
Has Popeyes done that?
You know what?
No,
I want there
none
to be,
of them have.
I want there to be a dude that's so frustrated that works there, and he's like, he thinks that today's his day, and then that's when they came up with the sandwich that's 2 pieces of chicken. He's like, they have to do biscuits. They have to do biscuits, and they're like,
Yeah, 'cause
I got
they're-
this idea for, we're gonna call it the Double Down.
He's like, this is it.
We're gonna get Joe Beretta to advertise it. Money.
That is weird, right? That they've got their own in-house buns.
I want the
And instead
guy...
they skip straight for just no buns and chicken
chicken and
buns.
cheese and sauce in
Chicken
there.
buns.
What
He's-
if he... Well, sorry. What
No.
if he's like, a guy comes in, he's like, I don't know what I want. And he's like, it's like late at night, and he's like, I got something. And
Yeah.
he goes back there, and he gets like, he makes the biscuits a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
They're nice and warm, and he puts it together. But that guy's the founder of KFC, and he's like, wow, this is incredible. Sir, you're hired.
Yeah.
And he gives him a corporate job, and he saves the whole franchise.
Yeah, I want you to be a sandwich artist
But
or an artist.
That has to be the angriest dude on the planet, because he has to keep thinking it's his time, and then they're like, and it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's essentially a chicken burrito. It's like,
we got him. Yeah.
we don't have to get new stuff.
They're like, KFC's like, we're getting into the sandwich game, and next up we got rice paper.
It's just a sushi roll.
Yeah, it's a sushi roll.
It's like, I'm
I just
done.
don't understand why they're not using the fucking biscuits. Because they could make, like, because the biscuits aren't that big, so maybe that's the reason, but that's a stupid cop-out, because you could make sliders.
Just make them a little bigger, too.
Or don't even have to do that. Literally, you've got biscuits that can very easily be ripped open. In fact, you could do it yourself. Go order some biscuits and some chicken strips and a side of mashed potatoes and gravy, and essentially just open up the biscuit, just get a little mashed potato on both sides, get your chicken down, pour a little gravy on it, maybe a little salt and pepper, there you go.
Hey, I need you to make a tasty video for Facebook about this.
Yeah, like a here's how to make one in 15 seconds or
We'll just
something.
bring the rig.
Yeah,
You do
exactly.
it that. It'll be great.
It's so baffling to me.
It is
It's
mind-boggling.
mind-boggling. Scientists are baffled
Why they haven't made a sandwich.
out of their biscuits. Their signature biscuits.
I love biscuits. That's my favorite thing about returning to the East Coast, the South, or Vegas, or anywhere that like appreciates gluttony.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you know that they appreciate it if they are like a state that usually has 12 flavors of tea. Like every time you go somewhere, you're like,
Right.
oh, you get it.
You get it.
You
Yeah.
guys get it.
Yeah.
You're like, what if we did this with sugar?
Also, sweet tea, I found going to the South for the first time in my life these past couple of years, is the most amazing invention on this planet. Sweet tea
I
is
thought you were
so...
saying the Southwest. I was like,
The South is the most amazing invention.
it is. It is.
No, sweet tea is the most amazing invention. That is the greatest liquid invention since someone was like, let's put water in a cup to drink instead of out of our hands.
Wait, was that a president that said
Yes.
that? Let's put water in it.
Yeah. Well, we drink water from streams with our hands. Now let's do it with cups. Since the invention of the cup, I think sweet tea is the greatest next invention. And they don't have a proper sweet tea here. McDonald's has one that I hear, which I love, but it's literally just an ice cream cone in your...
I want to see like the list of awesome things. It was like, wait, it was water? Is that what?
Water was awesome.
Water.
Then cups.
Cups.
Then
then
sweet
antibiotics.
No.
No,
maybe
penicillin.
Hold on.
plastics.
Sweet tea is definitely after cups.
Oh, okay.
Biscuits are after sweet tea.
Got it.
Porn. Then antibiotics.
Got it.
Then fleshlights.
Because what's the point of surviving an infection if you can't have some fucking
If you
sweet
get some
tea?
sweet tea.
Love it.
Metal House asks, would you rather live one life until age 1,000 or 10 lives to 100 each?
I'm gonna go with 10 lives, man.
Yeah.
Easy.
I would
Although
hate-
some of them might suck.
Yeah, but
So
you got at
what
least
are the-
9 more,
'Cause
8 more.
think of the 1,000. Like you could be like a super think of like those really cool vampires.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. What's
I mean,
that?
from movies. Not
Yeah.
like- not
No,
like
the
real
real ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, not
Yeah,
those
real ones are lame.
They're dicks. Total dicks. And I hate them all. Wait, but like, let's talk about some logistics here because I would like to know, first of all, these 10 lives to 100 each. Are you aware of your previous life or is it a brand new one where it didn't matter?
Let's say you know.
I say, yeah, you have to know, because I mean that could be the case right now.
Whoa.
What if I'm actually you?
Oh, and we're living at the same time?
Bro, we're all stardust. Bro.
We're all stardust.
That's where I leave a conversation. I'm like, I guess.
When someone says
All right.
we're all stardust.
Thank you.
If anyone ever says we're all stardust seriously in a discussion, you need to walk
I'm
away.
like, I get what you're saying, but bye.
Yeah, unless it's Neil deGrasse Tyson, then you could be like, tell me more about the Stardust. So if this is the case, though, are you like a baby and you're like, I remember my last life where I was banging,
Like, say
chicks and dudes
you
and
reach
stuff?
18.
I remember.
right?
You reach 18, you're like, you have this weird awakening like Spider-Man when he gets bit, and you're like having cold sweats in your bed,
okay.
and you like remember like the
Oh, so
past
it's like
like
Doctor
300
Who
years. Yeah.
in a sense, too. Because Doctor Who kind of remembers his past lives and stuff, but he doesn't quite reference them, and it doesn't affect him.
Yeah, you use them for jokes.
Yeah.
There you go.
And for little dings for the audience.
Uh-huh.
All right, so, but this is kind of cool too, because would it be like Succession? It would be like you died in 2015, so you're
I think
born
you have
again
to.
in 2015?
Yeah,
So,
I think
okay.
so.
So in that case, you've got this kind of like, wow, yeah, that's amazing. That's an amazing gift, I think.
Yeah, you get to live a whole new life.
Yeah, because I mean,
10
we're gonna live through our life and never truly be able to sympathize with a whole group of people. Never be able to
Yeah.
like fully understand. I feel like 10 lives, different people, different places, different
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
I feel like that. I don't know. That seems like a more enriching experience to me.
Also,
So-
with 1,000 years, are you aging, or do you just
That's the thing.
do you
You're
stop
just-
at like 25?
You're just dusted.
Yeah,
about.
you
Yeah.
and then wait until you can
And you can't
finally
talk.
die at 1,000 years old.
Between
Right.
100 and 1,000, what was that age that you just did?
That was around
995.
No, I can't make noise. That's like 300. By 900, are you even like a thing anymore? Or are you just like a stain on a bed that you just
Yeah,
been
like,
laying
are
in?
your bones all right at that point? And like, is someone cleaning you up for you at that point
That
too?
wouldn't be fair.
That's also the weird vampire thing, because it would suck to become a vampire when you're 12.
Yeah, man, they did that in an Interview with a Vampire. It's real fucked up.
Never seen that.
Yeah,
'Cause
you'd
the
go
little
crazy.
girl,
You'd
yeah.
100% go crazy.
And the worst part is too is she's like she became a vampire right as she was like starting to get like her period and stuff. So she has her period forever. Or is that in True Blood? That was True Blood.
Fuck, no, I have no
That
idea.
was True Blood.
Yeah.
It's that girl in True Blood. She has her hymen keeps regenerating because
So it
she's
always hurts.
yeah because she was turned into a vampire before her hymen broke. So every time she has sex, it's like they break her
yeah,
hymen.
because I think in
every time.
God,
Interview
that's
with
a weird
Vampire,
story
I
beat.
think she had never had
She's
it.
too young.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she had never had it.
Yeah.
Which was, I don't know.
Wait,
Seems like a
pretty
bad
sad.
time.
wait, so she's 13 and keeps having sex?
Well,
Is that what it is?
I mean, in
she's
True-
not technically 13.
Are we talking
but
about True Blood or are we talking about an Interview with the Vampire?
I don't know.
Because
what
in
we're
Interview with the
referencing.
Vampire, Kirsten Dunst
Just roll with it.
is a little girl. She's a little girl, and I don't think that's touched upon.
Good.
But in True Blood, this girl is like, I don't know, 15, 16 maybe, 17? Is that right?
I don't know.
I don't
You're
know. I
talking
didn't
about
watch
redhead?
True
Yeah, the
Blood.
redhead.
I hope to God she wasn't 15.
Well, maybe she was supposed to be, but, you know, the actress is like 20 or
So
something.
they decided to then sexualize her the entire series. They're like,
I know.
let's show her banging in a pickup truck.
By the way, I will say the redhead, I believe her name is Deborah Ann Wool or something like that. I have the massive crush on that woman. She's
What?
absolutely beautiful.
You mean this very beautiful woman, you like her?
Hey, you mean, wait a minute, you have a crush on a beautiful woman that's meant to be so? Yes, Phil! But I would say all the other girls in that show were like nothing compared
Oh,
to
they were
that
like,
girl.
we're garbage.
They
Yeah, I
were
wish-
trash women.
Garbage troll people.
Garbage troll girls that live under bridges.
Oh, how are we on time?
You can do one more quick one.
Yeah.
Oh,
More?
quick
All right,
one.
let's do it.
Ooh. Oh no. Okay. Bona from
Well, good
Reddit.
thing that we're going out on a
Yeah.
good one.
You
What
want to
is-
share with the rest of us?
This is what is the grossest / most embarrassing thing you've done out of sheer laziness? For me, it's drinking milk that was a week past its expiration date because I was too lazy to walk down the road to buy more.
Jesus, what?
That's so gross.
and bad.
Oh, so okay. This is for the person did that.
Yes, the
I thought I was
person
like,
did this,
damn,
not
you just
me.
had it on. You were ready.
No.
Oh, Sam was ready.
That's what I thought you
No,
were saying.
this guy.
This guy. That's
Wow.
why I was a little gross. That was so.
What's the matter with that
Stop
person?
drinking milk. Why did you need milk that bad?
I heard there's a little playroom and expiration.
There,
dates.
yeah, there's playroom, but do you ever want to play with that? Like, if you got yogurt, like that's a lot. Like that's
Hey.
not like living culture.
Hey, we could take a weird question, make it very real. Like the amount of food that Americans throw away is astonishing. If you Google anything
True.
after you listen to this, it's crazy.
Not only that, man, not your mom, not your milk.
What?
You know what I mean, bro?
Are you saying what?
Because they're saying, like, you shouldn't drink, I think we've talked about this, but you shouldn't drink, like, the whole idea of drinking cow milk and your drinking milk should boil down to the fact that that milk was meant for that cow's babies. When the nutrients for that cow's babies, for cows, and we're all drinking it like, fuck yeah, my Oreos taste good in this milk. But the whole idea is it's like, that's not your mom, so that's not your milk, bro. Like, they're trying to stop people from drinking milk. There's a movement of people that's
I mean,
trying to
there,
stop
if
them.
you, yeah, I mean,
it's not great.
It's
yeah,
not great, and
it's
it's
not the
actually
best.
not even that good.
yeah, but for me, that's the number one thing. That and bread are the hardest things for me to cut out.
Milk, really?
Yeah, there's just
Or just-
something like just something from when I was a kid. I would just it was my favorite thing.
It's a comfort thing.
It's a weird thing.
Orange
and
juice is that for me.
I
yeah.
can't.
you know what? So yeah, so
Oh no.
with cookies, if I ran out of milk because I just loved milk when I was a kid, orange juice is a great number 2. It changes the way chocolate tastes.
Thank you.
Wait,
Thank you. I fucking
you mean-
told that on a table talk and everyone was like, that's so fucking disgusting. I used to do that.
Wait, but
It's-
you're not dipping it, are you?
No. You bite it, drink.
Oh, interesting.
I would
It's the
dip
same
it.
concept.
Yeah, it's the same
Listen,
concept.
I'm not gonna shit on that because everyone gets grossed out about like, I don't want my foods touching or I can't combine. Ew, pickles and ice cream or whatever. But it's like, hold on a second. If you're eating this shit separately, it's all going into the same gross tube that's gonna poop out later anyway. So what's the big deal?
I mean, in the grand
Thank you.
scheme of things. But I mean,
Yeah.
it is definitely a different flavor thing. But also, think of any meal that's been made ever.
Yeah.
Right? Someone was like, I'm just going to do all this crazy crap with potatoes because that's all I have. And now it's a delicacy, but it was made because that's all
That's
they
all they had.
Out
Yeah.
of desperation.
Yeah.
So it was like that, but
Probably the same with milk.
in no way could I ever possibly die from starvation. It was just we ran out of milk and I couldn't get it till tomorrow. So I wanted something.
Yeah, I get it. I don't like milk, man.
I'm not a big. I will have it with my cereal and maybe like
Yeah,
add it to coffee
well-
or something. But like there was this weird visual I have when I was in like I did track for a second and you drink water or drink Gatorade to like refresh. But this one dude would he'd have a thing of milk that he would drink after he would
Gross.
run a long distance like a mile. And I was like, oh, that's so gross because he would then like sometimes push himself too hard and he'd puke and then keep going. And I'm like,
You're puking because you drank
stop.
milk, bro.
Yeah, it's so heavy.
It's very heavy and mucusy.
Yeah,
and,
like you drink that and it just like gets stuck in your sinuses and you can't
it's in
breathe.
your throat and stuff. Yeah, god damn.
But what's the laziest thing most embarrassing thing you've done out of laziness?
So
Most embarrassing.
It doesn't
thing-
need to be food, but what's the laziest, most embarrassing, grossest
Okay.
thing you've done?
when you
No,
go for
you
it.
go first because
Okay.
I
You
got,
got something.
Yeah.
During my largest, right before I did a massive change, I think it was from my 260 pound down to 180. I kept eating, I kept eating everything that was in the house. Like it was a pure depression move, and I ate so much pasta. And for the first time ever, I thought, oh my god, this is too much.
You're gonna
I
die.
have to empty my stomach.
You gotta purge.
Yeah, so I was like, I have to try and make myself throw up. Not thinking of how heavy the spaghetti was, because it's not like I do this, like, ever. And so I made myself throw up to the point that I burst I think actually I might have been here. It was when I was really heavy, like super, super heavy. I'm not good now, but I like burst my blood vessels because I just like...
It was too much.
It was too much, and because it was so heavy, and so it was like making me throw up that hard.
Ouch.
It was a bad time.
Wow,
Bad
did you
day.
have like popped blood vessels all over or just here?
Just here.
Because I've experienced people who puke so hard that they broke blood vessels all over because they were just
I've
like,
seen someone there.
Like, it was
I
just
think
so
it was,
much.
It was actually like their eye turned
God
red,
damn.
which is rough.
Ugh.
But so I think of that and the laziness because it's like I could have just not.
Eating it, yeah.
Right. Well,
And
you
so,
know.
But I mean, so every now and then I think you need that terrible, lazy, or ridiculous, horrible thing that you do to yourself or a position you put in so that you can fix it.
This one's for my boys. Oh god. I'm just gonna present this out here in as eloquent of a way as I possibly can, and I just, we don't have to get into it much, but I just want kind of like a collective reaction from this to see if maybe my boys agree with me on this.
Okay.
But have you ever had a particularly lazy evening alone? You're feeling kind of, you're laying down in your bed, and you're like feeling a little, and you go to work on yourself.
Oh, okay.
You're going to town, and then you just kind of like you finish up wherever you'd like, and then you just kind of go like, I'm too tired to get up and do a damn thing about this mess that I've made, and you just go to sleep.
That's how you get a UTI, bro. That's like.
I mean, I think the UTI is from when you mix the fluids, right? From when you have sex.
Yeah, I mean, if you're leaving it up there, it's not
if
great
you're leaving
either.
it in there, like.
Well, I
around.
mean, yeah, you should be careful with that. But I mean, this isn't an every night thing. This is just like
I'm not calling you a serial.
I'm just saying, have you ever?
sleeper.
I'm just saying, have you ever had a night where you're particularly tired, but you gotta take care of business because you're stressed out or what have you, and then you just go like you leave yourself.
My story is, I was super sick. It was like pneumonia times 10, and so I'm like blowing my nose, and so like I'm in bed sweating fucking profusely, like you leave one of those body marks
Oh
like,
yeah,
from the sweat.
Isn't that weird?
It's
you
gross.
take a good look at it after that.
And they were like, this is so disgusting.
Yeah.
And like then like I have like tissues everywhere from the sneezing. And then like you're like, well, I got nothing to do, right?
Yeah, I'm bored and
you
sick.
do it, and then you fall asleep.
Yeah.
And you wake up and you're like, that was real gross.
Yeah,
I'm not happy about it.
Yeah,
I'm a little grossed out by it, but you still did it, so you have like so many bodily fluids all over
Everywhere.
you. And the next day you're
Urine.
finally good and you shower and you're like, maybe
Yeah.
I should get new sheets.
yeah.
That's bad.
Have you ever forgotten the night before, and then you get up and you're like, "What the fuck is this? Is my skin peeling?" Did
I'm
I?
a snake.
I'm a
snake. No,
I'm a snake.
no.
That's the conclusion.
I haven't had that.
Really, you never done that one? All right.
I mean, I've probably
I have.
passed out or
right,
something.
right. But you've never. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Where it's like, oh shit, how did I get all this Elmer's glue on me? And you peel it off, and you're like, you ever get the Elmer's glue on your thumb, and you peel it off, and you're like, oh, my thumbprint.
Yeah, basically.
It's kind of like that, but
I
on
did
your body.
that, but I had to run to school, and it was like I scratched my thigh, and I was like,
There you go.
that's gross. That's
Yeah,
what that is.
that's
so
what
you
that is.
you like, excuse me, gotta go to the bathroom, and you're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I know.
Do you
what
ever
mean.
get under the faucet and you're like, this is never gonna come off my hands? You done that one too? Guys, we had such a fun time talking about all sorts of gross shit on Table Talk. We talked about milk and dried up sperm and all sorts of things for children to
I was like,
learn
that was
about.
just the last 3 minutes,
Yeah.
too.
I mean, yeah, it was just the last Before that, we talked about food and biscuits and sandwiches.
Huh?
But guys, thank you so much for joining us. You can use that old hashtag Table Talk on the Twitters if you want to send your topics or questions or weirdness to the bowl. And you can also use the subreddit on Reddit for SourceFed
Yeah, huh?
of
Guys,
r/SourceFed.
give him a break. He's only been here a week.
This is my first week. I'm hitting the ground running. I'm
You're
hitting
doing
my
great.
stride. But yeah, check out that subreddit, and I believe there's a sticky thread that says here's where our
Yeah, near
Table
the
Talk
top.
topics go. Just type in whatever the hell you want in there. Maybe it'll end up in here and it'll be fun. We'll talk about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thanks for being here, Phil. It's always fun to have you on the table here talking.
Thanks, bro. That's weird that you ended it like this.
Well, you know, I like having you here, man. It's fun to talk to you on this thing.
I like having you guys here too.
Yeah, Sam, it's fun to have you here.
Okay, bye.
More fun to have you.
He's gonna go. Bye.
Yay, goodbye.
Bye. A lot of you folks have been reaching out to me on social media asking for a more in-depth piece on the Suicide Squad, so I said, hey, let's give it a swing.